is my guide, Attar is my guide. By the grace of Allah, Attar is my guide. My Murshid has changed millions of lives. The prophetic Sunnah, he is revived. The leader of the Sunnis, he is our pride. By the grace of Allah, Attar is my guide.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. Amma ba'd. Fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah. Wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Nabiyallah. Wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nurallah. Dear Islamic brothers, dear viewers and listeners of Madani channel, we welcome you back to another beautiful silsila, another beautiful episode of the silsila Discourses of Attar. At the beginning of the silsila, as always, we give the encouragement, as our Shaykh al-Tariqat Amir Ahl Sunnat Damat Barakatuhul Aliyah does, to make as many good intentions as you possibly can, to listen to the silsila, to listen to this Darsu Bayan for the pleasure of Almighty Allah Azza wa Jal, to note down the important points, to try to practice upon them, implement them in our lives, to encourage them to our children, our spouses, our family, our friends, our society. The more good intentions you make, insha'Allah ta'ala, the more benefits and rewards you will receive, insha'Allah Azza wa Jal. There are countless benefits and blessings for that person who recites salawat, durood and salutations upon Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam in abundance. It is recorded in a beautiful hadith, summary of which is our beloved master, the owner of Jannah, the knower of the unseen, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam, has stated, that person who recites durood or salat upon me 1,000 times daily, he will not die until he sees his place in Jannah. Subhanallah. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Dear Islamic brothers, dear viewers and listeners of Madani channel, increase in your recitation as much as you can. Instead of gossiping or useless speech, use that time to send durood upon Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and salawat. We will, inshallah ta'ala, with good intentions, see those rewards in the dunya, inshallah, in the qabr and the hereafter. Shaykh Allama Jalaluddin Suyuti, rahmatullah ta'ala alayh, has mentioned that the Sahaba Kiram, the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, they would feed others on behalf of the deceased Muslims up to 7 days. Subhanallah. When Sayyidina Sa'ad bin Ubadah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, his mother passed away, then he radiyallahu ta'ala anhu presented himself in the court of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, and he asked, he said, my mother has died in my absence. If I donate something in charity on her behalf, will it benefit her? He asked. Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam replied, yes. The companion radiyallahu ta'ala anhu then said, so I testify, making you a witness, that I donate my garden in charity on her behalf. Subhanallah. Therefore, it became evident that conveying thawab and reward by feeding meals and by example donating a garden, that is money which is permissible to donate on behalf of others. In fact, spending money in this way is a form of conveying thawab, the intention of conveying thawab and reward to deceased Muslims or to other Muslims. Our master Ala Hazrat Imam Ahmad Raza Khan rahmatullah ta'ala alayhi has stated, having cooked the meals and donating them as charity on behalf of deceased Muslims is undoubtedly permissible and commendable. And doing Fatiha on such meals for the purpose of conveying thawab and reward is another commendable act. Combining these two good acts is nothing but an increase in goodness. For every Muslim, it is indeed commendable that whatsoever good deeds he performs, he should convey their thawab, their reward, to all the preceding and succeeding Muslims, whether dead or alive. That is, starting from Sayyidina Adam ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu salam to all the Muslims that will come to the judgment day, or before the judgment day will dawn upon us. The thawab and reward will reach every Muslim, and the one conveying the thawab will be rewarded with the thawab and reward equivalent to that of all those Muslims. Subhanallah. The act of conveying thawab, Esal-e-Sawab, should be done with good intentions rather than out of ostentation and showing off, or for the sake of earning the praises of the people. Otherwise, it will not bear any thawab, it will not bear any reward, and obviously conveying of the thawab will be meaningless. And in such cases, when the thawab has not become due, then how can it be conveyed to the deceased? So check our intentions only for the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. Now perhaps an evil whisper, a satanic whispering, waswasa, may enter the heart or the mind, that it is said that the 22nd of Rajab al-Murajjab is not the death anniversary of Sayyidina Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. In fact, he passed away on the 15th of Rajab al-Murajjab. Therefore, whatever Esal-e-Sawab is done should not be arranged on the 22nd of Rajab al-Murajjab. Okay, let us assume that there is some contradiction. Just for a moment, let us assume this, that there is some contradiction in the date of demise of Sayyidina Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. But since it is a long-standing and long-lasting tradition amongst the Muslims to arrange for Esal-e-Sawab for him on the 22nd of Rajab al-Murajjab, and since Esal-e-Sawab is definitely permissible whenever it is done throughout the year, therefore declaring Esal-e-Sawab as impermissible, not allowed, is a false blame on the Sharia, on the Islamic sacred law. Such false accusers should recite the verse of the glorious Quran, verse 87 of Surah Al-Ma'idah, and take heed to the command of Almighty Allah Azza wa Jal, where it is stated, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu la tuharrimu tayyibati ma ahallallahu lakum wa la ta'tadu Inna Allah la yuhibbul mu'tadeen. O people who believe, translation from Kanzul Iman, O people who believe, do not forbid the pure things which Allah has made lawful for you, and do not cross the limits. Indeed, Allah dislikes the transgressors. Another evil whisper may enter the heart. Waswasa, evil whisper of shaitan, Satan, the cursed one, may enter the heart that why has the 3rd and the 40th day after death, or the 12th of Rabi'ul Awwal, Rabi'ul Nur, or the 11th of Rabi'ul Ghawth, etc., why have these been fixed for Esal-e-Sawab? Well, as per the Sharia, the Islamic sacred law, it is neither essential to fix a time or duration for Esal-e-Sawab, for conveying thawab to others, nor is there any harm in fixing the time for conveying thawab to fellow Muslims. The fixing of days is of two kinds. One is shar'i and one is urfi, which is customary. Shar'i fixing of date is where the Sharia, the Islamic sacred law, has specified the time for doing something such as the sacrifice of animals, Eid al-Adha, or the Hajj pilgrimage, etc. An urfi or customary fixing of dates, when the Sharia, the Islamic sacred law, has not specified any time, But people have fixed a time because for the sake of convenience, or for the sake of remembrance, or for some other kind of benefit. For example, in these times, the fixing of the time of congregational salah, that is salah with jama'ah, in the masajid is customary, because in the past era, there was no such time for fixing. Now the congregational salah, the salah with jama'ah, in the past was offered whenever people got together, whenever people congregated. In fact, Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam himself fixed the time for several things, and similar practices of fixing the time can be seen in the lives of the Sahaba Kiram, the companions alayhimur ridwan, and the saints of Islam. For example, our beloved Master Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam fixed the annual visit to the holy shrines of the Shuhada and the martyrs of Uhud in the last part of the year. Furthermore, the beloved and blessed Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam used to visit Masjid-e-Quba on Saturdays. The morning and evening time was set for religious counseling by Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu fixed the day of Thursday for delivering bayans and sermons. And the scholars of Islam have fixed the day of Wednesday for the commencement of new lessons. In this way, there are many other examples that can be cited. Our Shaykh al-Tariqat Amir Ahl-Sunnat Hazrat Allama Maulana Abu Bilal Muhammad Ilyas-Attar Qadiri Razwi-Ziyai Damad Barakatuhum al-Aliyah has mentioned in one of his letters that he says, having whirled around the holy Kaaba, having kissed the grand green dome, laden with the blessings of those who observe fast in Rajab, Sha'ban and Ramadan, my salam is towards all Islamic brothers, all Islamic sisters, teachers and students of Madrasatul Madina and Jami'atul Madina. Our Shaykh al-Tariqat Damad Barakatuhum al-Aliyah says, Alhamdulillah Azza wa Jal, the delightful days are once again upon us. The holy month of Rajabul Murajjab is about to start. The seed of worship is sowed in this month. It is watered with the tears of repentance and tawbah in Sha'banul Mu'addam, and the crop of blessings is harvested in the blessed month of Ramadanul Mubarak. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. O those of you who value the blessed month of Rajabul Murajjab, be ready to observe fast in all the days, if possible, or all the days of the 3 consecutive months, or as many days as is possible for you, provided that it does not affect your teaching or learning or your employment performance. Our Shaykh al-Tariqat Damad Barakatuhum al-Aliyah advises us. Also, nafil fast, optional fast, should be avoided if parents do not allow one to do so. Apply the Qufl Madina, the Qufl Madina lock, which is a spiritual lock of Medina, by eating less at the time of Sahri and Iftar. May the blossoming of fast prevail in every home and in all my Jami'atul Madina. Our Shaykh al-Tariqat says, in all my Jami'atul Madina and Madarisatul Madina. So let us start observing the fast from the very first day of Rajabul Murajjab. Shaykh al-Tariqat further continues that what a great excellence the fast of the first 3 days of Rajabul Murajjab has. Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma says that Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam stated, the fast of the first day of Rajab is forgiveness for 3 years. The fast of the second day is forgiveness for 2 years. The fast of the third day is forgiveness for 1 year. And then the fast of each remaining day is forgiveness for 1 month. Subhanallah. Optional fasts bring wonderful blessings for us. In this regard, there are 2 blessed hadith that have stated, Sayyidatuna Ummara radiyallahu ta'ala anha has reported, the Prophet of creation, the peace of our heart and mind, the most generous and kind, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam, visited my home and I served him some food. He sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam said to me, you eat also. I replied that I am observing fast. The Prophet of Mercy sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam said, as long as the food is eaten in front of one observing fast, the angels keep on, continue asking forgiveness for that person. Subhanallah. Once Sayyidina Bilal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he came in the blessed court of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam when Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam was having breakfast. Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam said, O Bilal, have breakfast. Sayyidina Bilal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, I am observing fast. The great Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam then said, we are eating our sustenance while Bilal's sustenance is increasing in Jannah. Subhanallah. Further he says, O Bilal, are you aware of the fact that as long as the food is eaten in front of a person who is observing fast, his bones continue to glorify Allah and the angels make dua for him. Subhanallah. The famous and renowned commentator of the glorious Quran, Hakim al-Ummah, Mufti Ahmad Yar Khan, rahmatullah ta'ala alayhi, stated, it is obvious from this that if a guest arrives, whilst you are taking food, asking him to eat is a sunnah. But this offer should be from the core of the heart of that person. And the guest should not tell a lie, saying that he has no desire to eat. Instead, if the guest observes that there is less food, or if he does not feel any desire to eat, then he should say, Barakallah. It was also revealed that one need not conceal his good deeds from the beloved Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Instead, these should be revealed so that Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam bears witness for these good deeds. This revealing does not fall in the category of showing off, riya or ostentation. Whenever was said, having heard about Bilal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu's fast, has been explained as, we are eating our today's rizq and sustenance here, where Sayyidina Bilal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu will receive his sustenance in lieu of this in paradise in Jannah, and that recompense will be better in quality and more in quantity. However, this hadith conveys a clear message also, that certainly every bone and joint and even every fiber of the body of the person observing fast glorifies Almighty Allah Azza wa Jal at that time, of which that person is unaware. But the beloved Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam listens to it. Subhanallah. Even if you have studied earlier, then read the books by Shaykh al-Tariqat Amir al-Sunnah, Return of the Shroud, which details many benefits and blessings of the blessed month of Rajab al-Murajjab. Try to also obtain and read the beautiful Risala and booklet, The Month of My Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. If possible, we are encouraged to go through the chapter of the blessings of Ramadan from Faizan-e-Sunnat every year, especially in the month of Sha'ban al-Mu'azzam. If it is possible, try to distribute. Our Shaykh al-Tariqat Amir al-Sunnat Damdur Qatum al-Aliyah encourages us. Try to distribute 127 or 27 booklets in relation to the 27th of Rajab al-Murajjab, that is the festival of Mi'raj al-Nabi sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, or distribute blessings of Ramadan according to your capacity to earn immense rewards, inshallah ta'ala. It is further requested, our Bapa Jan requests that all Islamic brothers are requested, and also to teachers, administrators, students of Jamiatul Madina and Madarisatul Madina, that Bapa Jan says, whilst I am alive and even after my demise, please take effective part in collecting zakah, fitrah, the skins of sacrificed animals, and collecting other such donations. Bapa Jan says, Islamic sisters should convince other Islamic sisters and their family members for donations. Bapa Jan says, I swear by Almighty Allah Azza wa Jal, I feel very happy when I hear of those teachers and students who forego departure to their villages or to their cities, and they spend the whole month of Ramadan al-Mubarak in the Jami'ah, complying their majlis by bearing the responsibility of collecting donations. However, those teachers and students who show lack of interest but out of negligence or laziness, they make my heart weep. Those Islamic brothers or Islamic sisters who want to collect donations, it is fard, compulsory for them to learn the required rulings regarding donations. It is emphasized for everyone to obtain and to read the Risala or the booklet on the questions and answers regarding charity, consisting of 107 pages and published by Maktabatul Madina, which is the publishing department of Dawat Islami. Our Bapa Jan makes dua that Allah Azza wa Jal, those lovers of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam who collect donations in Ramadan al-Mubarak and the skins of sacrificed animals on Eid al-Adha, make my heart happy. You Azza wa Jal stay happy with them forever, and for their sake be pleased with me forever. Those Islamic brothers and sisters, when there is no valid exception, who observe fast for 3 months every year and read or listen to the books Return of the Shroud in Jumad al-Ukhra, the month of my Prophet in Rajab al-Murajjab, and the blessings of Ramadan completely in Sha'ban al-Mu'azzam, Bapa Jan says, O Allah Azza wa Jal, bestow me and them with your blessings in this worldly life as well as in the afterlife. Forgive us without any accountability and gather us in the neighborhood of your beloved Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam in Jannah. Ameen bijahi Nabi Ameen sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Furthermore, we are encouraged to partake in the Ijtima' Dhikr al-Naat, which is organized by Dawat Islami on the 27th of Rajab al-Murajjab in relation to the occasion of Mi'raj al-Nabi sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. In addition, observe the fast of the 27th of Rajab al-Murajjab and become deserving to the thawab and the reward for fast of 60 months. Subhanallah Azza wa Jal. Dear Islamic brothers, dear viewers and listeners of Madani channel, indeed, the blessed month of Rajab al-Murajjab has many benefits for those who are wise, for those who invest in this month, for the akhirah, for the hereafter, the afterlife. The more good deeds we do, not only in Rajab, but the blessed month of Rajab has its own rewards, and we should try our level best to practice on whatever we have learnt from this dars, from this silsila, this episode, and also try to encourage others. The more we encourage others, those who practice, inshallah ta'ala, we will gain much more thawab and rewards. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant us the ability of understanding His blessed deen. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant us the enthusiasm to invest in our akhirah by doing as many good deeds as we possibly can, with the intention to please Allah Azza wa Jal, with the intention to please Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Ameen bijahi Nabi Ameen sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Attar is my guide, Attar is my guide. By the grace of Allah, Attar is my guide. My Murshid has changed millions of lives. The prophetic sunnah He has revived the leader of the Sunnis, he is our pride. By the grace of Allah, Attar is my guide.